This is a sharp, and lots of needle stick injuries happen with this part because it's covered in rubber, so you don't think it's a sharp.
Okay, that's good.
So you just make sure it's closed and then twist it in. Before she showed me, like I couldn't figure out how these stupid things.
Yeah, so
because they're new ones. We didn't have the closed ones
right
the first time.
Yeah,
but we didn't have to close them.
Uncomplicated.
They are
funny that it
can
was so hard to figure it out. Yeah, like so this one, this is open.
Yeah.
And you just close it and then twist it in, and then you press the green one to deposit it in. Like it's super.
So it's
open closed. That's where you twist it. And then open it.
You open it, and then
you
twist
close it.
Or you close
it.
Twist it. Okay. And so you twist it when it's closed.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it. So tips she told me to find veins in people that are hard to find veins in. Like she told me the first thing when I first tried it was that my tourniquets are way too loose and to not worry about hurting people because it's worse to stick them numerous times unnecessarily when you could just find the vein. So tourniquet tying tighter over fabric is better because then it doesn't really hurt a person. And so I'll probably I think I'll always keep like 2 little thin sweaters like this in my practice someday, just cause in case it's the summer and somebody has a tank top on.
Yeah.
And then if somebody's veins are really hard to find, you can double tourniquet it. And that really makes them pop out. And then if they're like dehydrated or something and you still really have a hard time, then you can put a warm compress on for a couple minutes. So she showed me that, I think this is the IV one, not the blood one, but she showed me that you would tourniquet first, and then without gloves on, palpate for the vein. And the way to palpate for it, can I do it on somebody's arm? So I went double tourniquet. And to try and do it straight when you're, which they told us, but
it's harder than
it's a lot easier to put it on without the gloves on first, though. Which I don't know, for some reason they didn't.
And that's good for the quick release you got there?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Tugging thing. So she said the main thing is not really, like, it's great if you could see them, but that one looks kind of like a thin vein. So to palpate across, and I can feel a good one right there. And you guys can try if you want. There should usually be 2. That one feels really good. It's not as noticeable as that one, but do you want to feel it?
Yeah.
And you're
stuck this vein before.
You're supposed to
know each other.
You guys are acquainted.
That vein knows you.
We're acquainted. But yeah,
because mine aren't the easiest to see.
This one is the good one. But try the other side actually.
Oh, this is the better one.
That's the better one.
And I should be having more blood flow right now, but
maybe you're dehydrated.
I've been drinking water all day.
You're like, I'm prepared.
Yeah.
To have my blood drawn.
Just feel nice and tight.
Tight or kind of loose?
No, it's tight.
Okay. So that one I can see it. It's right there. But you'd still go across until you can palpate it. And you might go all the way across because there might be another one that's better that you can't see. That one's decent too. But and then the next thing you do is you'd feel for the direction of the vein. Because if you go in and you don't get the vein, if you know the direction it's going in, you can reorient your sharp while it's still in.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what Shelly was just talking about today, actually.
You can feel that one quite well today, actually.
This is the one I tried to get 2 times, and
it's a tricky one.
Does it roll out of your
maybe
way?
it's a rolling. I don't know what happens.
It might be a rolling one. I don't know.
Okay.
But it feels so good.
Yeah.
And you can feel that that's the direction it goes in on that angle. So then you wouldn't keep that on. You take it off and let the person's arm chill out while you set all your stuff up. And you'd wash your hands and, have your... I guess I'll do it on that one. That one actually has one. Right. And have your sharp ready, and you loosen this thing off so it's ready to go.
So no gloves yet?
I don't want to put them on until I'm done tying the tourniquet because it just makes it so unnecessarily complicated.
Yep.
Also, too, is this is if it's supposed to be somewhat sterile, this is not sterile.
Yeah.
No.
So then another thing she told me is that there's an order for these to be collected in. She didn't know what they were because she's an NP, not a midwife. But like if this one is supposed to go first and I filled this one up, then that blood draw is ruined and you have to go to a different vein. So just to be able to ask our preceptors which the order, I think they'd probably be like, whoa, you know. Or at least maybe just not even think about it, whereas if I didn't ask, they'd be like,
Wonder why that is.
Because I think that it has
some
to
of them
do with
have substances in
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
But and the first, like, you're gonna get a different component of blood. I think the first, like from what comes out
Okay.
first compared to what comes out later.
So then another thing she showed me is that basically not to bother with this like circular like for 30 seconds. But if you go down in the direction of the vein, it helps the vein to pop out because it sort of pushes blood against you know a valve or something, and it kind of feels a little uncomfortable. But I think if you just explain it in advance why you're doing it, you're not like you know, but it's a little bit firm. So then you let it dry, whatever.
Actually, that's funny that you say that because that's what Shelly was doing with mine. Like she was rubbing really hard against, like for the IV. Yeah, and then just like
Did
how
she
you
put?
did
Did
it.
she do an IV on you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was the air bubble?
Yes.
Oh. Edit.
So then the way that she showed me to hold it, you don't have to do this, but you can put it just gently in without pushing it in first because it's a vacuum. So if you puncture it and you don't get in the vein, you have to use a new container because the vacuum's broken. I didn't know that either. So then you're going bevel up and you're going to anchor the vein, but you're not going to press on it so hard that you collapse it, but you're just sort of pulling down, and then you want to like palpate again to make sure it didn't roll out of the way. And then, so the way that she showed me to hold it, which I find very helpful, is like this. So that your thumb is on top and your fingers are all underneath, and then her arm would be like on that kind of an angle, which is way better. This is a terrible angle. But so you're anchoring the vein, and then you're going in, and then you're like your hands are there, and that's what's anchoring. So I'm comfortable using my non-dominant hand to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But
And this stuff is just the taking it in and putting it out, like
The changing the tubes?
the tube.
right. So then all of your fingers are really firmly against the skin. And to pull it out, like you're pressing your finger against this little lip and pulling just that thing.
Yeah.
And then when you're pushing this one in, you're holding the lip again and pushing, and it's all the pressure is going against your thumb and your forefinger, not into the sharp at all. And then if that's your last one, then you can move turnkey. This is really easy. Those are all just like tips that I found very helpful to not stress about it. And you take it out, blah blah, and then you press down like really hard for at least 30 seconds, and then get them to put their hand and show them how much pressure, and explain that it's so that they don't get any bruising. Because like if you even if you didn't hurt them and they bruise and they're fussy people, they're like, "Mine, look at my knee, I bit in my arm. She's terrible."
Yeah.
And then you have your safety on and you release it in the thing. And then so what she showed me for finding, like if you miss a vein. I don't know. Can you open them again?
You can. It's a little bit tricky. I've done it before, but
Sorry. So let's just say this woman is still tourniqueted and everything. And that I missed her vein. I actually did this on Christine the other day, but I'm feeling hypoglycemic and like shaky right now, so I don't really want to do it on you guys if that's okay. But so say if you went in and you're in and you missed the vein, you're not getting any blood. So then you advance just a millimeter, and then if you're still not getting blood, then you retract that millimeter and then re-angle ever so slightly in the direction that you remember the vein going, without the bevel ever coming out. And if you still don't get it, then you retract again and you re-angle again, and you can do that 3 times before being like, hey, I'm not getting this vein, and then you pull it, and then that way you haven't like you haven't had to re-poke her, and like she's not really gonna feel that, and you know, hopefully she's not looking and she's not gonna get all
And when you're re-angling, then as soon as you re-angle, then you push forward a little bit more.
right, because you just like pulled back just a tiny bit, and then you're re-angling and going in just like a millimeter, and that's why you want to know the direction the vein's going.
Right.
It's good though. I never really. I'm thinking more conscious of the direction of the vein now with this demonstration. So thank you.
Well, no problem. Thanks to my friend who showed me all these things, and also like, I don't know. I was really nervous because I didn't know what to do if I didn't I tried it on Carrie and I only just got a splatter of blood, and then I was like panic, like I don't know what I can do. So I just like stopped the whole blood draw at that point. But it's really not a big deal at all to go in and miss the vein, to re-angle, and my friend did it on me, and it doesn't hurt. It's not, and if you're doing really tiny movements, the person shouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
So that's all the blood draw information, and I don't know if you feel like trying. Like I feel like doing the hand, like all the transfer into the
Yeah, it's a
center of
big
your
deal.
hand is really